This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have a Frigidaire front-loading washing machine. These are kind of older ones that isn't draining. You can see the water still caught in there. You can hear the drain fire up when it's supposed to spin, but it's just not draining out the water. So might be an obstruction. Pretty easy to cure though. We're going to unplug it and we're going to take off these two screws on the bottom to pull off the bottom panel. On this model of the GE Frigidaire machine, the pump is in a really easy position to get to. I'm going to use this clamp to squeeze in on this black rubber boot, and that's going to stop water coming from the tub down into the drain pump. It's going to limit how much water comes out when I remove the drain pump. Another thing you could do is bail out the water inside the tub and tilt the machine back to about 45 degrees, and that'll also take the water away from the pump. I'm going to use these special pliers to squeeze in on the spring clamp. I'm going to move the spring clamp on the drain hose side back. This is the one that's the hose that's bringing the water away from the machine. I'm going to zip out these two Phillips head screws that are holding the pump in place. And then I can lift up on the pump. I'm going to put a towel underneath because some water will come out. Even though I've got it clamped, there's still water in the pump and there's still water in the drain line. So you're going to get maybe 4 cups of water still that will come out. So you want to put a towel underneath just so it won't leak out all over the place. And now I'm going to grab that hose that's the drain hose. I'm going to pull it away from the pump, and that's when the water will come out. But again, since you have a clamp, not a lot. And now I'm going to reach in with my finger and try to feel the drain impeller to make sure it can turn okay. There may be something obstructing it. So you just use your index finger. You can reach in where you remove that hose, and you should be able to feel the impeller spin. If your finger won't reach, you could use like a screwdriver or something, but it should be able to spin. I'm noticing that there's something in the way I can feel right away, something metal. And I'm going to grab a pair of long needle nose pliers, and I can even see it. It looks like a bobby pin or something. I'm going to pull it out, and yep, that's what it was. It was a bobby pin inside somebody's pocket, got sucked into the drain, and that was stopping the impeller from spinning. So the pump would either have a clicking sound or a humming sound because it couldn't really get rid of the water. It was kind of stuck. So we took care of that. We're going to put the power connector back on. We're going to plug it back in, set it for spin, and see if we can hear the normal sounds of the pump where it's spinning and it's moving freely without a humming sound. So we plugged it in, set it for spin, and pull back, and that starts the spin and drain process. It activates the drain, and it sounds like it's normal.
Spinning good now. There's just this little guy.
So that was the problem. So we're just going to unplug it, put this thing back together. We're going to put the drain hose back onto the pump, wiggle that on, get it on nice and tight. Sometimes this whole arrangement's a little bit different. The pump is actually kind of backwards to what we normally are seeing here, which is a little harder to do, but it's a similar procedure. We got the drain hose back on. We got the pump back into position. I got the clamp here. I'm going to take that off. Make sure you always remove that clamp because otherwise there's no way it'll drain because no water will come in. Always remove the clamp. Put the power back into the drain, set it for spin, and then once again we have
that was it.
A good healthy
Slick
spin. We can hear the water
Easy
moving.
one.
So that was it. Just a goofy bobby pin. Sometimes it's a bra wire sneaks past or a coin. Some of these models have a coin trap that'll grab onto those things before it gets to the impeller, and some don't. So we're going to push that panel back up. We already tightened up the pump, put in those two Phillips head screws, and we are done. This could be done easily within about 15 minutes if you've got the right tools and just follow this procedure. So it's spinning really good. And it won't go to spin until it gets rid of the water first because it doesn't want to damage the machine. So this one got rid of the water and it's going into the high-speed spin. It's not a very loud spin, so the rear bearing is still in good shape. We're just tightening up these screws at the bottom. And that did the trick. These are really good machines, Frigidaire front-loading washing machine. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. Thanks again.